Hello, I'm in really good cheer today. I got some advice from a teacher that I thought was dead. I guess that's how you do it in the music world now. When you want to retire, you just announce your death and you're free to go. Um, so anyway, I'm going to push back my original publication deadline from March 1st of this year to sometime in about 2026. And I have a couple of reasons for that. First, my dead teacher publishing a video and obviously encouraging me to focus more on my work and produce more material and spend more time editing before I go into publication. Second, I just realized I have other responsibilities, both to my family and myself. Perhaps clean up this house a bit more and take some time to relax with my cats. So I can't spend all of my time writing lyrics as much as I could want to. As you can see, the mail is stacking up ever higher. As inspired as I get, there's limits, and I also want to be able to fit guitar practice in. Third, I have several international hobbies that need immediate love and attention. So, yeah, again, pulling me away from my writings. What's an international hobby? Um, I believe the Global Intellectual Society just named me their leader, so it's a lot of responsibility and it takes a lot of work to hold the title. Um, I feel like it's good to be the leader and I'm going to keep working at it. There's a lot of wrong in the world and maybe I could set some of it right. It feels like a constant deluge of information and aggravation, and it's just going to take me a while to sort everything out. Like, I was supposed to start around 2000, but I forgot, and now it's 19 years after I was supposed to start, so it's like a lot. Yeah, so it's like being handed a 1 million piece puzzle box and trying to solve it. Right now, I do have Trump assisting me, and I'm hoping to recruit more world leaders, but these things takes time, and it's been 19 years or so since I had contact with some of these people, so we'll see. Although I do feel like Superwoman or, uh, you know, Wonder Woman, Supergirl. So right now, what's on my agenda? Because I'm also deeply involved in world politics, pushing back on socialism has become a major priority. I see it as a cause of many difficulties in the world. For one, it's greatly reduced the influence of the church in our daily lives, and the consequences are that fewer people give to the needy and the suffering because it's automatically taxed away from them. Boom, gone. Food stamps, Medicaid, other social services. Why is that suddenly important? Fewer people in church and a lowered morality across our culture. But there's some good perks in there as well. More freedom for personal expression, not being tied down to what your minister says is ethically best when it may not be what's best for you. As a person, I always try to find a proper balance for our times and culture. I always ask myself, what is best? But I don't always hold that answer that I found in 1987. I might go back, reevaluate the situation again, and ask what is best. Sometimes that answer changes. I know in my time I've heard some really strong pro socialist arguments that would argue, excuse me, I've been drinking this, uh, that would argue for the legalization of the murder of infants and elderly in order to balance something else out that's gone wrong in our culture. And while it was a strong argument, I don't agree with the price tag on it. I believe killing our elderly and our infants and our babies, our children, it's just too expensive for our psyche as a people, like the Nazis killed the elderly and they killed the babies. And we don't want to go down that road. Um, and so I think the price tag is just too high, uh, just way too high. Not only that, but I looked at the original problem, like, I'm thinking, sometimes I go back every 10 years or so, I go back, I reevaluate an old problem, an old philosophical or cultural problem, and I reanalyze it and I say, can I find a better solution? And I actually did find a better solution that does not involve killing babies or the elderly. And it's already showing extremely strong results. So there's no need to kill babies or the elderly to fix this other problem that was in our culture. It's just, there's no need for it anymore. Don't do it. um, I guess now is a good time as any to point out that I consider myself a true neutral philosopher. I don't deliberately choose one side or one principle over another. So you have socialism over here, republicanism over here, democracy over here. It doesn't matter to me. Um, I keep things about neutral, and I only keep to values principles. Values principles to me is being the price our society or culture pays to make a significant change within it, and whether that price is good, fair, or bad. And so that change you want to make in a society or a culture, it has to be worth it. And if I don't believe it's worth it, I'm going to be waging my own personal war against you. And I have the support of the current president, and I would not suggest stepping there.